landscape. So we think this is an empowering platform for the citizenry, for the community of Tshwane, but for the entire nation.
I love that. Thank you very much, Honorable Kenny Morolong, and also the MDDA for the funds. And Professor, thank you very much for being here. With the help of the MDDA and the government, I do believe that Tshwane FM will carry on to provide authenticity and quality all the way. Tshwane FM 93.6, you're still tuned in to the lunch circle. And I did tell you that today it is the unveiling of our studio, Tshwane FM and TTFM. And with me right now in studio, I have Honorable Kenny Morolong, the Deputy Minister, and I've also have the board member of the MDDA, Philimo, and the Vice-Chancellor of TT, Professor Tinyiko Maluleke, with me in studio. I want to start with you, Mr. Kenny Morolong. I want to know, what is the significance of the day?
Well, community media speaks to the heart of the nation.
Yes, sir.
The local, they're often unheard voices. And for us, this is an opportunity for government to continue to make good on its promise of supporting community and small commercial media, the very basis for which MDDA was established. And so we view this unveiling of the studio as an opportunity for government to showcase its work through the Media Development and Diversity Agency, which was established to provide support, as I said, for community and small commercial media. We see it also as an opportunity for communities around Tshwane to continue to be empowered through programs that your studio continues to offer. We've said that these studios are quite advanced, but the main crux of the effectiveness of the studio is on the content it produces. There's content which inter alia should be able to create meaningful change in the lives, particularly of young people who are students in this university. So we see this as an opportunity for government to make good on its promise, and for MDDA to continue to, as enjoined by the MDDA Act, to continue to provide support to community and small commercial media.
I love that. Thank you very much. Mr. Philimo, quickly, so what is the role of the MDDA and what kind of support has it given to Tshwane FM?
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
The MDDA is a funding agency that has been established in terms of legislation. We work very closely with the GCIS, with the Deputy Minister and the Minister. The main purpose is really to transform the media landscape by making sure that the previously disadvantaged have a resource in the form of media community at the community level. So what we do is to fund, to make sure that we resource this community media infrastructure, because that is the biggest challenge for most of the community media, given that you are not in the mainstream commercial sector. You are not able to generate revenues that actually other big media can generate. You are in competition, even though you might not be contemplated as such. So what we do is to ensure that we fund studios such as we have done today here in TUT, and we have done in many other places, to ensure that we see continuity of these services that are very important to our communities. As a studio here, we expect that Tshwane, as a whole, including as in Soshanguve and Pretoria here, they are now fully equipped to be able to speak to the youth through the medium that is actually relevant. And we are very impressed that this is a multi-purpose digital studio that actually can do most of what other studios cannot do, even in some of the big radio stations. So this is quite a very valuable tool. It is not just an asset that is going to be lying here. We expect much more in terms of output, what is content, what is empowering the community. And this should be the most accessible, asset to the community around Tshwane. Yeah. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you very much for the support. To you, Professor Tinyiko Maluleke, what I would like to know, why is this important to Tshwane FM at large, and how is the grant going to help further the vision and the mission of Tshwane FM and TT?
Yes, this is very important because it's a platform for students to make themselves heard and also to voice their concerns. It is also a platform for creativity. for students who have the gift to be creative, to be broadcasters, to be DJs, and to participate in that growing industry. Radio is one of the most resilient communication platforms, much more resilient than people thought. And which student is more resilient than the TUT student? TUT students have been through it all. They have jumped through hurdles all the way from the rural villages and the townships from which they come. And so this platform affirms who they are in more ways than one. As we say, we are that university that is moving from good to great. And this is the instrument that will move us from good to great for this university, which is the entrepreneurial university of South Africa. No other university produces more entrepreneurs than we do. And I think it starts here in this little studio. We are very thankful to the MDDA for the support and for working with us. Being a radio station that is, how old now?
21.
At least twice your age. We really are very appreciative of this vision that you have, and we will continue to partner with the MDDA going forward.
And thank you for believing in Tshwane FM. Back to you, Honorable Kenny Morolong. I have a question. I just need us to go back to the emphasis of the importance of government actually supporting community radio stations.
Well, as I said, we see community radio station as the heartbeat of the nation for a number of reasons. In the first instance, through community media, we are able to impart information and knowledge in the language that is customized for the audience. But we are able to empower an audience with information that is tailor-made for that audience. But thirdly, it helps in making sure that we are able to translate government programs and activities to communities through a medium that they understand. So the role of community media cannot be overemphasized. In the main, is to educate, inform and entertain the citizenry. And we think that community media in South Africa continues to acute itself diligently in that work and responsibility. But for this work to succeed, we have entities and agencies such as MDDA that must continue to provide support and channel energies and resources into making sure that this support towards community and small commercial media. So this is work that community media continue to be engaged in. We think that it's a platform to not just empower young people who are your main audience, constitute a much bigger chunk of your listenership, but also to empower women, especially in this month where we celebrate the heroic sacrifices of the generation of women who marched through the streets of Pretoria to the Union Building to reject the imposition of past laws, to empower women, particularly in a country where there are widespread incidents of JBV and femicide. We think this is an empowering platform to really condemn the incidents of GBV and femicide, but also to educate women about their rights. And to empower them to locate their role in the ever-changing media landscape. So we think this is an empowering platform for the citizenry, for the community of Tshwane, but for the entire nation.
I love that. Thank you very much, Honorable Kenny Morolong, and also the MDDA for the funds. And Professor, thank you very much for being here. With the help of the MDDA and the government, I do believe that Tshwane FM will carry on to provide authenticity and quality all